Hi dear, what if I told you that you can get more exclusive and more exciting content? You can become a Hokage in a hidden village of lonely Kunoichi. For that, you just need to go to my boosty. The link will be in the description.
The night of the Kyuubi attack, the fourth Hokage just sealed the Kyuubi inside of Naruto. The fourth stares at his sleeping son, who has blonde hair like him and also has 3 lines on his checks. He is wondering when he will appear. Then a man with short red hair dressed in a traditional red kimono stands in front of him. "You," he says. "What have you done to me?" The man looks at himself turning in circles. "I gave you a human form, Kyuubi," the fourth Hokage says to the Kyuubi, and he is mad. "I thought you sealed me in your brat," Kyuubi said and pointed to the blonde infant. "I did, but I gave you enough chakra to sustain that body of yours and to raise my son," he said. Kyuubi thinks. He must be joking. Then he says, "What make you think I will raise him? Do it yourself." The fourth shakes his head and Kyuubi lifts him up by the front of his shirt. "You're giving me your son! Now he won't be alone," was the last thing the fourth said before he died. The Kyuubi throws his dead body and walks to the boy who was crying. Kyuubi puts his hand down and the blonde child starts laughing. Kyuubi smiles from amusement and picks up the boy. Then thinks of something. "I don't know the kid's name," he says and looks ticked off at Minato. Kyuubi checks the blanket to see the name Naruto stitched in it. He sighed with relief. He didn't want to name Naruto. Kyuubi could hear footsteps coming from the forest, so he runs to the Leaf Village. Kyuubi goes to the abandoned Uzumaki complex. He walks into the Hokage's old home and into Naruto's room that his parents had already made for him. Kyuubi puts him in the crib and goes into his new room, Minato and Kushina's old room. Kyuubi falls asleep and starts his new life with Naruto. 5 years later, Naruto is running home and away from an angry mob calling him a demon child. He turns down an alleyway, but runs into a dead end. He looks around for an escape way, then he sees an infant covered in red chakra hidden in a box and hugs the girl to hide her light. Naruto waits with her until the mob gives up and leaves with the girl in his arms. Naruto walks in and says, "I'm home, Daddy." "Welcome back, Naruto, I'm making dinner," Kyuubi says, "String the soup." Naruto walks in to see his dad in an apron with his long hair, red hair and a ponytail. Naruto tries to walk away until he hears, "Who is the child on your back, Naruto?" Kyuubi says without turning around. Naruto froze and thinks, "I am in so much trouble." Naruto turns around and says, I found her in a box on my way home, and she was glowing red like you when I hand-dyed your hair black for week." Kyuubi remembered having black hair when Naruto was 3 and how he showed him why not to anger him. Kyuubi turned around and says, "Hand her to me." Naruto hesitates, and Kyuubi makes a give-me gesture with his hand. Naruto walks up to him, and he picks her up. She was wrapped in an orange blanket, and had red hair down to her shoulders. Kyuubi looks up at his son. "Naruto, where did you find her again?" he asks his son. "In a box down an alleyway," Naruto answers. "Why were you in an alley?" Kyuubi asks with great concern. "Were those villagers chasing you again?" he said, infuriated. Naruto nods. Kyuubi makes a mental note to walk Naruto home when he starts at the Ninja Academe. He looks down to the child in his arms and at Naruto's depressed look. "So," Naruto looks up, "what should we call her?" Naruto's face lights up with joy and he runs to the window. "Hey, I asked what to call her," Kyuubi says to his son. "The moon is pretty tonight, the stars are so bright, and the sky is really dark. The night is so pretty tonight, especially with the full orange moon." Naruto continues to look out the window. "So her name is Yoru?" Naruto nods. If Naruto wants or thinks something he won't say it. Instead he will coach his dad into thinking of it. "Yoru means night, so her full name will mean night-tailed beast." Naruto nods. "She is now Yoru Biju, like I am Naruto Biju and Daddy is Kyuubi Biju," he says with a smile. Kyuubi puts Yoru in Naruto's old chair and has him sit in a normal one. "Yay, it's time for food, thanks for the meal," Naruto says and eats as Kyuubi bottle feeds Yoru. "Naruto," Kyuubi says and he looks up. "If you wanted a sibling we could have talked about it, but if you bring another random child in this house again and expect me to raise them, then I will give them to the Umbu, understand?" Naruto nods. He doesn't like the Umbu because if it was up to them then he would either be dead or in prison. That's what his dad told him anyway. If you're finished then get ready for bed, okay, Naruto. He nods, puts his dishes in the sink and runs to his bathroom to get ready. Kyubi looks at the girl in his arms. No, he looks at his new daughter. He walks up to the calendar and writes down on October 10th Naruto and Yoru's birthdays. If he wants her to stay then he will have to learn how to share his birthday. Kyubi chuckled to himself. Naruto, are you ready for bed yet? He screams down the hall. Yes, Daddy. Naruto says and runs to his dad and takes Yoru from his hands, surprising Kyubi. Yoru can sleep with me. He holds Yoru tightly and runs to his room. Naruto, don't run with her in your arms, you'll drop her. We aren't dropping this one. Kyubi screams, chasing after Naruto. Kyubi catches Naruto in Kyubi's room, already asleep with Yoru in his arms. Kyubi lies down next to them and pats Naruto's head. Chapter 2 Chapter 1 I don't own Naruto, just the plot. 7 years later. Naruto, Yoru, if you two don't hurry up you'll be late for orientation. Kyubi yells down the hall to his children. Almost done, Dad. Yoru calls back. She puts on an orange jacket with black lines around her shoulders and back with the Uzumaki symbol on her back and orange pants with ninja shoes on, with her red hair in 2 ponytails and goggles, like Naruto's in the anime. Naruto zips up his black jacket with orange strips around his shoulder with the Uzumaki symbol on his back and fastens his kunai on his black pants and tightens his ninja shoes. Naruto and Yoru run down the hall to see their dad, the Kyubi in human form without tails, in a red shirt, ninja pants and with his red hair in a ponytail. Dad, let's go. Today I get to start at the academe with Naruto and Ai-chan, and I am in the same class to so watch you back, bro. Yoru says with a smile and runs out the door. Yoru, 1, I am stronger than you, and 2, the only reason you're in my class is because your jutsu that Dad taught you. Naruto figures out that Yoru has already left. Hey, come back here. The blonde screams at his little sister and chases after her. Kyubi chuckles to himself and follows his children to the academe. When they get there, the 3rd Hokage was there. Hi, old man. Naruto greeting the Hokage. Hello, Naruto. Hello, Yoru. The 3rd says to Naruto and Yoru, who is upside down in a tree showing off. I see Yoru is still good at chakra control. How have you two been? Before Naruto and Yoru can answer, Kyubi walks up to them. Hello, Hokage-san, Naruto. Yoru, the ceremony is about to start. Let go. They nod and run to where the other kids are. Kyubi looks at the 3rd Hokage with a hateful stare, and then goes to where his children are. Kyubi figures that if the Hokage wants that he could take Naruto and Yoru away from him, and he was never going to let that happen. Welcome, parents, please stand behind your children. The 3rd says, and everyone's parents walks behind them, as well as Kyubi and Naruto walking behind Yoru. Congratulations on entering the academe, young new ninjas. Everyone's parents hung their kids and Naruto walks up to the school. Yoru, are you ready to become a ninja? Naruto asks and she nods. Hi, dope. A boy with a big neck band on his shirt says to Naruto. Who is she? He looks at Yoru and smiles a little. Sasuke, this is Yoru, my little sister. Naruto tells his rival. I am in the same class as you and Naruto and Ai-chan. Yoru says with a smile on her face and adds, and Sasuke, don't call my brother a dope, it's my job to make fun of him. Sasuke smiles and Naruto picks up Yoru and walks away. Kyubi, Naruto, and Yoru get home after they caught Yoru because she escaped from Naruto halfway to try to race. Dad, can we have ramen for dinner, please? Naruto asks with puppy dog eyes and Yoru copies him. Kyubi doesn't like them eating only ramen, but that is still their favorite food. Fine, we can go to Ichiraku for dinner tonight. And both of his children cheer. The family heads to Ichiraku. Naruto gets 3 large pork ramen and Yoru gets 1 pork ramen and 2 miso ramen. Kyubi didn't go in because he doesn't care for ramen, but he will eat it on a rare occasion. Kyubi walks in after a few minutes and puts the money on the table and says, time to go. And Kyubi is heading home. He doesn't like to be in the village that hates him and one of his children for being his fox body jailer. Nothing bad has happened to Naruto since Yoru joined the family and followed him around like a puppy though. Naruto and Yoru walk home until they get stopped by an angry mob yelling, that demon child has returned. and one man pointed at not Naruto but Yoru. She tricked the villagers into thinking she was the Kyuubi's jailer. Naruto doesn't know why the villagers had always bullied him, but now they were going after his sister, and he knows she did nothing wrong. Another mob member, a woman this time. That demon girl killed my husband. She points at Yoru, who isn't even old enough to be the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki. Yoru looks at her brother and says, "Met me at home." Then she ran straight through the mob and heads to the Hokage's office. Naruto goes home like his sister asked him to, and when Yoru can't sense Naruto anymore, she screeches to a stop and gives the mob a cruel smile, saying, "Mess with me all you want, but not around my family." Yoru lets red chakra come out, making a fox clock. "Checkmate," she says, about to attack the crowd, but then the Umbu come before she moves. Yoru quickly deactivates the fox clock when she sees the Umbu, who she hates just like Naruto and Kyuubi. The crowd was already scared from Yoru's fox clock, but now that the Umbu was protecting her, they were petrified. "Return to your homes?" A man said. He has white hair and was holding an orange book called the Chich Paradise. The man with white hair comes from out of nowhere, but the people listen to him and go home grumbling. "You should go home to kid," the man says. The Umbu men left and the man with the orange book started to walk away. "Wait," Yoru says and grabs the man's arm. "Who are you?" she said without making eye contact. "I am Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, and you?" he asks. "My name is Yoru Biju, younger sister to Naruto Biju," Yoru says, looking up. Kakashi closes his book and says, "You're the Jinchuriki's younger sister, right?" It wasn't a question. Yoru nods and says, "But I take the responsibility for it, so people think I am the Jinchuriki and not him. And it has been that way for years now, and I am happy he can live a normal life." She smiles. Kakashi walks up to the redhead and sits in front of her. "You know all you're doing is getting yourself hurt and unwanted attention," Kakashi says, but Yoru shakes her head. "If it wasn't for Naruto, then I wouldn't have a future." Yoru looks at the white hair man and he looks a bit shocked at what the red hair girl had said. The man vanished in a puff of smoke, a bit confused, and Yoru ran home as quickly as she could because it was almost dark. She opens the door to her home and says, "Sorry I am late, I was held up." She smiles. Naruto runs up to her and hugs her. "Baka, are you hurt?" Stupid, the blonde boy says. "Are you okay? What happened? Did those villagers?" Kyuubi asks and stops himself when he can smell the scent of a Biju on her. Over the years, Kyuubi has been leaking his chakra into Naruto, and he has turned it into his own, but he has never seen Yoru with this scent. "Yoru, are you a—" Yoru knows what her father was going to ask and nods her head. Kyuubi had never thought Yoru was a Jinchuriki or a real Biju. What is going on? "Naruto, Yoru, you two should go to sleep. You guys do have school tomorrow, right?" Naruto remembers that fact and runs to the bathroom to get ready so he would be rested enough for the test tomorrow he didn't tell Yoru about. Yoru looks at her father and says, "I am not a Jinchuriki and I am not all Biju, and that is all I will say about it tonight. Good night, Dad." Yoru kisses her dad's head, goes to her room and locks the door behind her. Yoru's room has a very large bookshelf full of books about ninjutsu, genjutsu, taijutsu, medical ninjutsu, hand size, many other types of jutsu, and some books about the village's history. It also has a desk and a bed on the floor because she broke the stand for it when she was 3 and Naruto dared her to jump on the bed with him. Yoru threw her jacket on the chair and picks a random book from the shelf. Tonight's book is... She closes her eyes and then looks at the one she chooses. How to perform the shadow clone technique. She sighs and starts reading. I will have to master this tonight and read the whole book and get some sleep. Good luck to me. And she starts her training. Dad? Naruto asks in his room. On the floor there is poorly drawn pictures of Sasuke as his rival and equally drawn pictures of Sakura with hearts on them. Naruto gave all his books to Yoru, so he has a bookshelf full of manga and with a desk full of scrolls, the only thing he reads besides the mangas. Naruto was lying on his bed with a dark wood frame. The villagers used to pick on me until Yoru was 3, then they started attacking her. Do you know why? Kyuubi looks at his son and was only half listening to him but could still understand what he was saying. I think your sister did something to make them stop trying to get you and made them go after her. He answered as honestly as he could because he didn't even know the whole story. That's wrong. Naruto screams and they both hear a crash from Yora's room. Sorry for disturbing your upside-down reading time. Naruto screams to her. Naruto, I will kill you later, good night. Yora screams back, stammering in between words. But Dad, Naruto continues his last thought. Do you know what made them chase both of us? Of course Kyuubi did know that it was his fault, and his real dad's fault for sealing him and his only son. Naruto, you know about when the Kyuubi attacked the village? Kyuubi asks, talking about himself in the third person. Naruto nods. Kyuubi has dreaded the day when he would have to tell Naruto and Yora the truth, but now was as good as any. Naruto, I am the Kyuubi. I attacked the village 12 years ago and I am not your real parent. Your real father sealed me inside of you, making you a Jinchuriki like your mother was. Kyuubi tells him, not knowing how he is going to react, but he prepares for the worst. Kyuubi takes a deep breath and waits to hear Naruto scream at him for not telling him sooner, but he doesn't. Naruto just nods and laughs a little. Kyuubi is dumbstruck. Dad, I knew this the whole time. Naruto puts his hand on Kyuubi's shoulder and smiles. Anyway, if you had wanted to, you could have just left me there that night and had nothing to do with me because you didn't have to listen to the fourth Hokage. Kyuubi smiles, then is shocked at the realization that he hadn't said anything about Minato asking him to raise him, and before he can ask, Naruto says, Yora told me 4 years ago. How the heck does she know all this? Is what Kyuubi is thinking. Okay, good night Naruto. Kyuubi says, then leaves his room. Kyuubi walks to his daughter's room and knocks on the door. Yora, I'm come in. Thud, crash, Kyuubi jumps back. Yora, what the heck are you doing in there? He opens the door to see her floor covered in open books and his daughter nowhere to be seen. Yora! He screams and starts pushing everything around looking for her. Hi, Dad. Yora pops up from under her covers. Kyuubi stares at her. What happened? Okay, now I know. Night. Yora rolls over and goes back to sleep. Kyuubi leaves reluctantly and goes to his room. I hope this isn't going to last long, and this is just some phase humans go through. He went to sleep. In the morning, Kyuubi made breakfast. After Naruto and Yora finished, they were out the door. What were you doing last night, Yora? Naruto asks his sister. Training for the Genin test today. Thanks for reminding me yesterday. Yora says, smiling, and Naruto is scared for trying to hide something from his little sis. Sorry, he says. They run the rest of the way in silence. Today we have a new student, Irika tells the class. She is Yora Bijou. Nice to meet you all, Yora says with a smile. The whole class starts whispering about how young Yora is and that Naruto has a sister. May I take a seat now? Irika nods and has her sit next to Sasuke, who is sitting next to Naruto. All the girls whine when Yora sits next to Sasuke. Today we will be taking the Genin test. We will be doing this one at a time. Naruto, you're first, then Yoru, Sakura, Sasuke, Ino, and so on by where you sit. Naruto got up and left the room with Irika. They enter a room with one table that the Hokage was sitting at that was full of headbands. Okay Naruto, we need you to do 5 clones. Naruto nods and does the hand size, making 5 normal clones and one that looked like the first one from the anime. Good job on the first 5, but what is that? Irika points at the deformed clone, and Naruto shrugs. The third gives Naruto his headband, and Naruto and Irika walk back to the classroom. When they get there, Naruto sees Sasuke kissing his sister. Yora looks at her brother and says, I stood on the table in front of him and got in Sasuke's face because he called you a dope again. People thought we were going to fight and someone accidentally pushed me into him, and you already say the result. It's my turn to take the test, right? Let's go. Yora walks past Naruto and leaves to where the third is. I am going to kill you for kissing my sister Sasuke. That was her first kiss. Naruto screams at him, and Sasuke fangirls aren't very happy about Yora being Sasuke's first either. Sasuke and I was supposed to be each other's first kiss, Sakura says to Naruto angrily. Hey, I thought I said only I can pick on my brother, Yora says to Sakura, and before she can respond she sees 7 Yoras and backs off. Naruto, look, I am a Genin now. She shows Naruto her new headband. And I learned to use the shadow clone technique before you, haha. Naruto chases his sister until she uses the clones to confuse him. Sorry about taking your first kiss, Sasuke, Yora says to him. Sasuke pats her head and leaves to take his test. Everyone passes the test and gets assigned to teams. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Yoru are on Team 7. The four wait in the room until Naruto says, "I'm going to prank our new teacher for being late." He puts an eraser in the door. "Naruto," Yoru says, "if he falls for that, then I will stand on the ceiling and drop kick him." Naruto nods and shakes his sister's hand. "Are you actually going to do that?" Sasuke asks curiously. Yoru nods. "Your funeral, if he isn't nice, he may just attack you back," Sakura says, still mad about Yoru kissing Sasuke. Yoru gets above the door and waits until a man walks in. He has white hair and is covering one of his eyes with his headband. Bam! The eraser hits his head, then, crash, Yoru jumps on top of him, and Naruto is laughing so hard he is on the floor. Everyone is speechless. Yoru gets off of him and helps him up, trying not to laugh herself, but landing on his head did hurt her. "Sorry, wait, I know you. You're the guy that was with those men, Kakashi." Yoru pointed at him furiously. "You should have dodged instead of letting me fall on you, Baka stupid." She grabs his hand and puts him up. "Let me see my first impression of you three. I hate you all," their new teacher says. "Wait, 3? There are 4 of us," Naruto says, ticked off. He nods and walks to the roof. Everyone sits down. "Okay, so tell us about yourselves, likes, dislikes, dream, and hobbies." "Then you go first," Yoru says. "Yay, you're a total mystery," Sakura says. "Okay, I am Kakashi Hatake. My dreams are none of your business, but I have a lot of hobbies," Kakashi tells his new team. "Your turns, Yoru." Everyone looks at Yoru. "Well, I am Yoru Bijou. I like my family and looking at the stars. I dislike stupid girl who only think of boys that will never like them, and I also hate you, Kakashi." She smiles at Sakura, and Kakashi then continues. "My dream is to surpass the Hokage and my dad, and my hobbies are stargazing and looking after my big brother." She chuckles at her brother, who is pouting. Naruto goes, "I am Naruto Bijou. I like instant ramen and like the ramen that Master Irika treats me to sometimes at Ichiraku, and I like my little sister sometimes. I dislike waiting 3 minutes after you pour the water in instant ramen. My dream is to be better than Lord Hokage and become the next Hokage." Naruto is playing with his headband the whole time. Sasuke is next. "I am Sasuke Uchiha. I hate a lot of things and I don't like a lot of things either." Sasuke looks at Yoru when he says what he likes, then look back at Kakashi. "I don't have a dream, but I do have a goal. I plan to restore my clan and to kill a certain person." Sakura blushes and Naruto looks nervous. Sakura is last. "I am Sakura Haruno. I like no love a boy and he is." She blushes furiously. "My dream is to..." She blushes even harder. "I hate Naruto," she says with a serious and disgusted face. Yoru stands up and walks away, then vanishes into a puff of smoke. "Enough, tomorrow we will do some real training." Yoru pops her head from out of a tree and looks at Kakashi. "It is a survival exercise. Here are the details of the assignment, and unless you want to puke, don't eat breakfast." He vanishes in smoke and Yoru come out from of the tree, landing on Naruto. "Why did you land on me?" Naruto screams, irritated. "You are softer than Sasuke and I wanted to see the paper," Yoru says. Sasuke hands his paper to her and leaves. Sakura follows him. "Race you home, Ni-chan." Naruto smiles, and they race home. Naruto wins. "Victory, my name is Naruto." Naruto puts his hands in the air. "Yep, and 100 other victories, my name is Yoru." She sticks her tongue out at Naruto, laughing, while imitating him, and Naruto growls at her. "Welcome home, you two." Kyubi grates him, "Kids. Hungry?" Both nod and run for the kitchen to get a snake. "So who team are you two on? Who is your teacher, and do I need to kill him?" Their dad says the last question in a serious voice and look at them for their answers. "We are on the same team and our other teammates are Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. We are on Team 7, our teacher is Kakashi Hatake and maybe..." Naruto answers in one breath. "Oh, and Yoru got her first kiss today." Kyubi is doing a spit take with tea when Naruto says the words Yoru and kiss. "Naruto, shut it," Yoru says and punches her brother lightly. But their dad's eyes turned red and Naruto knew he shouldn't have said anything about the kiss with Sasuke. "Who kissed you, Yoru?" Kyubi demanded. "One, chill," Kyubi's eyes went back to normal, and he sits back down. 2. It was just an accident. I got in his face, and the kid behind me accidentally pushed me into him, resulting in the kiss. And 3. If I tell you and you kill him, I will never leave my room. Kyubi nods, still wanting to know who got his daughter's first kiss. Yora continues. And finally, he is Sasuke Uchiha. Snap, that is the sound of Kyubi's self-control breaking. The Uchiha is dead. Kyubi roars. Naruto is looking at his dad like this is normal and says, Go ahead, but Yora will lock herself in her room again like the time when you grounded her from reading, and to this day we still don't know what she did in there for that whole month. Kyubi sat down still mad and drinks his tea. Good dad. I am going to bed early night, Yora says and goes to her room to rest. Naruto trains for the rest of the day until he goes to sleep, and Kyubi trains with him to get out some of his anger. The next morning, Yora, come on, Kakashi said no to eat breakfast. Naruto yells at his sister, who has a piece of toast in her mouth now. She swallows it. Well, Dad said we can't leave unless one of us eats, and you said no. And I didn't feel like hearing him yell at me about skipping the most important meal of the day, and he says you at least have to eat this. She gives a piece of toast to Naruto, and he eats it quickly, then they leave. Morning class, Kakashi says to everyone. You're late. Naruto and Sakura scream at him. Kakashi puts down a clock and presses the button on top of it. I set it to go off at noon. He holds out 2 bells. Your task is to take the bells from me. If you can't, then you won't get lunch and will have to watch every eat in front of you. Sakura and Sasuke's stomachs growl because they didn't eat breakfast, and Yora looks at Naruto smuggle. There are only 2 bells. I didn't think I would get 4, so Yora, will you help me out? She nods and walks over to him and takes a bell. Each person only needs to get 1 bell, so the person who doesn't get a bell will be sent back to the academe in shame. Kakashi says. And you can use shuriken, attack with the intent to kill, or you won't get a bell, though. Kakashi says that word and everyone hides. Naruto attacks Yora with a kunai, and he hits a shadow clone. Come and get me, Bakani-chan. Yora screams from the forest. Instead of chasing after her, Naruto jumps back into hiding. Naruto goes up to Sasuke. Hey. Sasuke looks at him. If we want to get him, then we need to team up. Are you going to ask Sakura? Sasuke asks. Naruto shakes his head and points behind them to see Sakura trying to take down Yoru, and then hear screaming and fainting. Does she know how to use a genjutsu? Naruto shrugs. I think she does, but I don't know. Sasuke calls Naruto a dobe under his breath, and they attack Kakashi together, but Naruto is taken out very quickly by 1,000 years of death. If you don't know what this move is, then look it up. Sasuke and Kakashi start fighting. Sasuke uses fire style, fireball technique. Kakashi hides underground, and when Sasuke is looking for his, Kakashi pulls Sasuke underground until only his head is showing, and then Kakashi starts to read his book, Make Out Paradise. Naruto attacks Kakashi and grabs a bell. He also gets Sasuke out of the ground, then they run and hide. Did you get it? Sasuke says out of breath. Naruto holds up the bell smiling. This is way easier than getting something from Yoru, trust me. Naruto says. To true bro. Yora says when she comes out of nowhere. I told you so, this is a team building exercise. Naruto nods to show he agrees with her now after she left him a note that said, Get Sasuke's help to pass and Sakura's help if she isn't fighting me. Ring, the clock goes off. Kakashi looks at Naruto and Sasuke, who got his bell, and Sakura, who looks really sad. So does she pass? Kakashi asks Yoru. She sighs and nods. Naruto and Sasuke look surprised. Barely though. Sakura smiles and sighs with relief. Yay, now I can win over Sasuke. Sakura's inner voice says. Kakashi looks at her confused but doesn't question her. Now give me back my bells. Kakashi says strictly. Naruto gives Kakashi the bell, but Sakura doesn't move. Well? Kakashi holds out his hand at Sakura, but Yora put the bell in his hand. She had it, because it fell out of my pocket, but I stole it back, so she still passes. Yora says proudly. Well, let's eat. Kakashi says that, and everyone grabs a lunch and starts eating. That is all for today, so bye. He leaves, and the new Team 7 eating with each other for the first time. Thanks for covering for me, Yaru. Sakura says. I don't know what you mean. All I did was drop a bell and you happened to find it, and I got it back after you sprang my trap, Yora says. So what did happen with you two? Naruto asks. Sakura is going to go on a few dates with you as payment for my kindness, Yora says with a fox's smile. Really, Sakura-chan? She nods. Yay, when? She shrugs and looks at Yoru and she points to Naruto. It's his choice. After all, you guys are going to start dating soon, Yora says in a matter-of-fact tone. Sasuke want to leave the lovebirds alone? He nods and walks away with her, leaving Naruto and Sakura alone. Both are blushing. We can have our first date at my house. I can cook a little, Naruto says quietly. Sakura nods. They finish eating and they both go home. Sasuke and Yora finish eating and talk. So, Sasuke says. Something wrong. Do you like Sakura too? Yora asks. No, but. He takes a deep breath, trying to find the right word, and says, do you want to get something to eat later or something? Are you asking me out, Uchiha? Yora says, intrigued. That's if you want to, you don't have to. Sasuke tries to talk, but she interrupts him. Sure, it sounds fun, come over tonight, and we will go out, bye. Yora leaves, then Sasuke leaves. Naruto and Yora tell each other about going on a date tonight, then tells their dad, who is less than thrilled. So my son is bringing his date, Sakura, over for dinner, and my daughter is going out on a date with an Uchiha tonight. Both nod. Naruto, good for you, and Yora, he is way older than you. You're only 7 and he is 12. Kyubi says, trying to talk sense into his youngest child. So, he was my first kiss and maybe I like him. Yora looks down when she says the last part. God help me. Kyubi says. Fine, but I want to meet him first. Okay, he is picking me up later, thanks daddy, bye. Yora kisses her dad's cheek and runs to her room to get ready. Kyubi didn't even realize what just happened until Naruto says, I think she planned this all out. Kyubi just nods and takes Naruto to his room. You should dress nice for this girl. What does she look like? Kyubi is looking through his large closet full of every kind of clothing you can imagine, and some that you wish you didn't see. She has long pink hair and is really cute. Naruto says, then goes into a daydream. All his dad got from that is that she has pink hair, and he gives Naruto a white shirt and a black suit to put on. After he gets it on, Kyubi goes out to town. He walks into the flower shop. Welcome, Ino says. Hi Q-san, what do you need today? Kyubi tells everyone out of his family that his name is Kyubiju, and he buys flowers from Ino's parents' shop so much that Ino knows him now. Orange and red roses? Ino asks because that is what he always gets. Not today, I need a lot of pink roses today. Ino gets the roses and looks at him with a smile. Are these for your date? Ino says with a smirk, and Kyubi looks at her shocked. I will take that as a yes. Make sure you are nice and dress very nice too. Also don't forget to tell her you have kids on the first date. Kyubi looks at her and remembers this for if he ever does date, but thinks I don't need a kid's advice on dating. I am the king of demons, for crying out loud. The flowers are for my son's date. He tells Ino. Who did Naruto get a date with? Ino asks with a high point of interest. Kyubi is about to answer until Sasuke walks in. Hi Sasuke-kun, what do you need? Ino looks at him with love in her eyes, but Kyubi looks like he wants to kill him. A red rose, that's it, Sasuke says. Who is it for, Sasuke-kun? A girl you like? Ino, hoping he says it's her. None of your business, Sasuke says coldly, and not noticing Naruto and Yora's father, he walks away. You should be more polite to women, Sasuke, Kyubi says to him. Especially if you think I will let you date my daughter if you act like that. Sasuke turns around and then leaves, thinking that he is talking about Ino. Sasuke's going out with Yoru? Ino screams. And you let it, good job. She pats Kyubi's shoulder. I never thought that an overprotective dad like you would let her date, ever. Ino says, surprised and proud of him. He will figure out what I mean tonight when he picks her up, by Ino. Kyubi walks out of the shop. By Q-san, good luck, please don't attack Sasuke-kun, Ino says as he leaves. Kyubi heads home, and when he gets home he sees Naruto in a chair with the black suit on correctly and Yoru in an orange designer shirt and with black ninja pants on, tying a tie around Naruto with him struggling to get away. What are you two doing? Kyubi asks, a little concerned for Naruto's safety because if Yora pulls too tightly then he will pass out. Dad, help, she is trying to kill me. Naruto screams, trying to get away from his sister. She makes 4 shadow clones and hold Naruto in the chair. No, I am trying to make you look nice. Besides, you couldn't tie the tie earlier, so I am doing it for you. There, I am done. The shadow clones high-five each other then vanish. Give these to Sakura. Kyubi hands the pink roses to Naruto and put one on the suit. Skip to when Sakura and Sasuke arrive. Ding. Coming. Kyubi answers the door to see Sakura in a pink dress and with her hair down. Come in, you must be Sakura, right? She nods and goes inside. Naruto, your girlfriend is here. He screams to his son. Girlfriend, and we aren't. Sakura tries to say until she sees Naruto in the suit and blushes. We'll have dinner when Yora's date picks her up, is that okay? And I will introduce myself when the Uchiha gets here. Kyubi walks away. That's your dad? Sakura asks. Ino said he is very grouchy. He can be, but right now he is distracted by Sasuke coming to take Yora on a date. Naruto says in a matter-of-fact tone. Sasuke-kun is taking Yora on a date? Sakura says defeated. Well, she gets to go out with my Sasuke. I have eat with Naruto. I will get my revenge if tonight is horrible, Sakura's inner voice says. Knock, knock. I will get it. Yora says, running for the door. Sakura stops her. That's what you are wearing to go on a date with Sasuke. Nope, I am helping you dress better, let's go. Sakura drags Yora into her room and makes her change clothes and does her hair. Naruto gets the door. Hey Sasuke, come in, Yora will be out if they don't kill each other first. Naruto says, thinking about Sakura making Yora wear a dress and how dad is helping her. Sasuke is wearing black button shirt with the Uchiha symbol on the back and black pants. What do you mean them dope? Sasuke asks as they sit down at the table in the dining room. You will see, Naruto says, and right after he finished saying that, Sakura, Yoru, and Kyubi come into the dining room. Yoru is in a light red long dress with her hair in a fishtail braid, an orange flower behind her ear, and with small high heels on. You must be Sasuke, I remember you from the flower shop. Kyubi says, a little irritated that he had even agreed to this. Sasuke silently cured himself for making a bad first impression. I am Kyubiju, nice to meet you too, Kyubi says. He doesn't use his real name because that would only end with too much explaining and the loss of friends. Nice to meet you, sir, Sasuke says, then he hands Yoru a red rose. That Sakura takes it from Yoru and puts in her hair, taking out the orange rose. Shall we leave? Yoru asks Sasuke, and he nods and takes her hand as they leave. I'll be home later, bye. She closed the door, and they are gone. Dad, you forgot to give her a curfew again, and I don't think she will be coming home tonight, Naruto says. I know, his dad says in an ultimate defeat voice. I'll get dinner. He leaves to get the food. Your sister is smarter than anyone gives her credit for. Naruto nods. So is it true that she met Kakashi before, or was it just a pass-by? Naruto shrugs. Ask her, and you look really nice tonight, Sakura-chan. Thanks, you too, Naruto, Sakura says, blushing. Kyubi comes out and put the food on the table, then leaves the room. Your dad isn't eating with us? Nope, he is probably going to train then eat something else in his room, or he has gone to stalk Yora's date, Naruto says. And if he does the second one, then you will not be seeing him again, except for his grave. Sakura laughs and Naruto smiles. But I am not joking. Then it is quiet. They finish eating and they look for Kyubi, and to their relief he is already asleep in his room. The two talk for a while until it starts to rain hard. Oh man, I can't get home in this, Sakura says madly. I am going to be in so much trouble later. Here. Naruto hands her a piece of paper. Write that you are going to stay the night and will come home tomorrow. She does as instructed and her puts the note on a bird that flies the note to her parents. Now that that's over, you can borrow some of my clothes to wear tonight, and you can stay in my room, he says, smiling. He hands her a light blue shirt and night pants to change into, and he changes into a dark blue shirt and night pants. He shows Sakura his room and she gets into his bed, and when he tries to lay down she says, What are you doing? Sorry, I am used to sleeping with someone on stormy nights like this. I thought it would be okay, I can sleep on the couch. Naruto gets up but Sakura grabs his shirt and shakes her head. Naruto lies back down next to Sakura and they fall asleep together. Sasuke and Yora's date. Sasuke takes Yora to a fiancé restaurant, and when they go in people stare at the odd couple, the so-called Jinchuriki and the boy who can get a date with any other girl he could want, Uchiha. After they finish eating, and that took a long time, because the waiter and Sasuke started arguing over you can eat at the restaurant. Sasuke won after 15 minutes of the argument. Though as a last minute Yora lies about her name, and says she is visiting Konoha, which brought the argument to a close. But every time someone from the restaurant staff came near the table, Sasuke would give them the coldest stare in the history of stares. The man who started the argument, manager, gave Sasuke and Yora the meal for free and adds dessert into the deal as an apagogi. After the two leave, it starts raining hard. It won't be letting up until tomorrow. From here, whose house is closer? Yora asks. I think mine. Let's go, Sasuke says. He puts his suit jacket on Yora's head, then takes her hand, and the two run for Sasuke's house. Sasuke gets 2 towels and gives on to Yora. I hope this isn't too much trouble, Yora says, drying off, and hands him back his jacket. No, I will get you something to change into. Sasuke walks into his room and gets out an old shirt that's too small on him now and some night shorts. He changes into a black shirt and pants. He gives the clothes to Yora and shows her the guest room, then he leaves. She changes and lays down. What am I doing? This wasn't supposed to happen. The sound of thunder reverberates throughout the empty Uchiha's house. Yora walks to Sasuke's room and he is still awake. Something wrong? Sasuke asks her. Can I sleep in here with you? Yora asks. Sasuke is surprised to hear this, and before he can ask why, thunder sounds and lighting flashes, and Sasuke sees Yora clutching her hands together and with her eyes closed, afraid. Yay, sure, come on. Sasuke lifts up the covers and Yora crawls in, instantly falling asleep. She is scared of thunderstorms. She must do this with Naruto every time there is a storm like tonight. Sasuke looks at her. His bed is a queen size, but he can still feel her next to him. She is warm. This is what it's like to sleep with another person. Sasuke falls asleep. Review and tell me what you think. I will put the next chapter up tomorrow. I know this chapter is very long. Chapter 6. Chapter 5. I don't own Naruto, just the plot. Bijuu's place. Naruto wakes up with Sakura and him holding hands, and that he is hugging her. Morning, Sakura-chan, Naruto says, yawning, and sits up. Morning, Sakura says. Wait, this isn't my room. And that was Naruto's voice. That's right, I slept over and we shared a bed. Did you sleep well, Sakura-chan? She nods and they both get up and go to the kitchen. Morning, you too, sleep well? Kyuubi asks as soon as they are in the kitchen. Both blush. I don't care what you two do, but I don't want any grandkids for a few more years, he says, smiling. Dad! What the heck is wrong with you? Naruto screams at him. Sakura is blushing even more now, and Naruto is too. You two should eat some breakfast now. Eggs, bacon, toast, potatoes, and juice, Kyuubi said, and put down the plates loaded with food and the drinks. Then he leaves to train alone. Your dad is really nice, Sakura says, and tastes the food. Wow, this is good, she says, amazed. Yay, he can be when he want, but one thing I do know is that he is an awesome cook and he is teaching me, so I will be just as good as him someday, Naruto says, then takes a drink. Both of them eat breakfast, then are at a dilemma. What am I supposed to wear? Sakura asks. She didn't think about bringing a change of clothes, but she did bring her headband. I have an idea. Naruto runs to Yora's room and careful opens the door. Dear God, how many books does she have? Naruto screams, and Sakura hears him and looks at his bookshelf that is lacking of books. Here. Naruto runs back into his room with a pink jacket with the Uzumaki symbol on the back, a black shirt, and black pants with pink lines going down the sides of the pants, and it is all in Sakura's size. How, where did, when did? Sakura could decide on what to say first. Yours sews, and she made this when she liked pink and wanted to wear it all the time. There is also purple, green, and white, Naruto says. Thanks. Naruto leaves the room so Sakura can change, and he gets dressed in the bathroom. Naruto, if we don't leave now, Kakashi is going to beat us to the meeting site. Right, Dad, we're leaving. Naruto calls to his dad, then they head to the forest where Kakashi is waiting for them. Uchiha's house. Sasuke wakes up first to see Yoro hugging him and lying on his chest. Last night Sasuke forgot he took off his shirt, and that his arm is around Yoru. Sasuke sits up trying not to disturb the sleeping Yoru, and he carefully gets out of his bed, letting Yoru sleep for a little longer. He walks into the kitchen and makes breakfast: fish, eggs, soup, rice, and green tea. Yoru gets up and walks into the kitchen as Sasuke is setting the table. "Morning," Sasuke says. She yawns. "Good morning, Sasuke-kun." She blushes. "I mean Sasuke," trying to correct herself. "Sit down, it's time for breakfast." Sasuke sits down on a pillow because his table is low, and Yoru sits down and they eat. "Is it good?" Sasuke asks. "Yes, it's really good. You should have just cooked last night instead of taking me out. This tastes a lot better," Yoru says, smiling. The two finish breakfast, then come to a stop when Yoru forgot to bring extra clothes. "I only brought my headband. How did I forget my clothes?" Yoru starts rambling to herself. "You can borrow some of my clothes here." Sasuke hands her a blue Uchiha shirt, big neckband and all, white shorts, and the slender ninja weapon holders. Yoru undoes her braid and puts it up in pigtails. "Are these really an Uchiha's ardor? It's comfier than I thought it would be." Yoru plays with the shirt and moves around to see if she can move easier in this instead of in her normal clothes. "Yes, all the Uchihas wear these cloths." Sasuke is holding a necklace behind his back of the Uchiha symbol, but he can't decide whether or not to give it to Yoru. "Here." He holds out the necklace, hoping for the best. "Cool, thanks." Yoru has Sasuke put it on her. "Oh God." Yoru looks at the clock. "Sasuke, we are going to be late." "Okay, let's go." Sasuke and Yoru run to the forest where the team is meeting Kakashi. "You four are late," Kakashi says to his students. "What are the girls wearing?" Naruto looks at his sister, and Yoru looks at Sakura. Naruto looks scared. "You went in my room. I will kill you." She pulls out a kunai knife and charges for Naruto, who blocks her. "She needed something to wear and you never wear it, so I thought it would be fine. Anyway, why are you dressed like an Uchiha?" Naruto yells back at her. "Same reason." Yoru puts away the kunai knife and walks over to Sasuke, and Sakura says close to Naruto. "Well, now, back to why we are here. Today's mission is to protect a man. He is at the Hokage's office. Let's go," Kakashi says, and everyone follows him. When they get to the Hokage's office, they see a drunken man. "I am Tazuna, a bridge builder of ultimate renown, and until I am safely home I expected to protect me with your lives," he says. "And are you really bring that little child with you?" He points to Yoru, and that angers Naruto and Sasuke. Yoru smiles. "Well, I am quite strong, and I don't think that an escort mission should require a lot of strength anyway, right?" She smiles like a fox, then walks away. Everyone is at the gates of Konoha with bags, and they start walking. Yoru and Sakura are still wearing the cloths the boys gave them, and Yoru told Sakura to keep the cloths Naruto stole from her room. "There aren't any ninjas in the land of waves, right?" Yoru asks. "Right, we won't be fighting any ninjas on AAC level mission," Kakashi says. Yoru nods and walks back ahead to Sasuke and Naruto. Then two ninjas come out from a puddle and cut Kakashi into tiny pieces and say, "One piggy." Then they go after Naruto. "Too little piggy." But Sasuke throws kunai knives and get the two ninjas' weapons stop. Yoru jumps on their arms and kicks them both in the face, and the two ninjas get free. One goes after Naruto and the other goes after Tazuna. Naruto snaps out of his shock and knocks the first guy to the ground, knocking him unconscious. Sasuke goes in front of Sakura, who is trying to protect Tazuna. Yoru runs behind the second ninja and kicks him, knocking him unconscious, and Yoru is sitting on him. Wow! Kakashi comes out of nowhere and was about to save the day, but the ninjas are already defeated. "God, you love being late, Kakashi, but they are already asleep." Yoru gets off the ninja and Naruto drags the other one over and throws him on top of the other ninja, then Kakashi ties them up. "This isn't a C rank mission anymore, it's more like an A ranked mission, sweet." Yoru smiles. "So who is after you, Tazuna?" "Blunt child, aren't you? I am being chased by Gato because of the bridge I am building," Tazuna says until Yoru interrupts him. "Okay, well, I want to see this through." She puts her hands behind her head. "Are we going to continue?" Everyone counties to travel until they get to the land of waves by boat. When they get off the boat, they are traveling through another forest, then the group is attacked again. Well, if it isn't Zabuza Momochi, the kid who ran off and left the land of mist. Kakashi says. I will take him on. Zabuza is covering his mouth, has black hair, his mist headband is on his head sideways, and he isn't where. Kakashi of the Sharingan, I presume, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could you surrender the old man? Zabuza asks. Protect Tazuna and don't interfere with the battle, Kakashi says and revels the Sharingan he has hidden behind his headband. Everyone goes around Tazuna and Kakashi attacks Zabuza. He vanishes using a jutsu, and then he appears in front of Tazuna and Kakashi destroys his water clone. The real one appears behind Kakashi and cut him down, but it is only his water clone, and Kakashi holds a kunai knife to Zabuza's head. You are good, but I won't be easy to fool. Zabuza gets behind Kakashi and holds a kunai to his head. I am tired of this. Lop, Zabuza's head is decapitated from his body and Yoru is holding the bloody kunai. Everyone is speechless. Yoru's hand and parts of her face is covered in his blood and she looks emotionless, like she could just keep killing like that. Are you okay, Kakashi? Yoru asks. He nods. Yoru takes out a rag from her bag and covers it in water, then cleans the blood off of herself. Did I scare you guys that badly by killing him? Yoru looks at her teammates. Sorry. She looks down. I think you just suppressed everyone, Kakashi says, trying to cheer her up. They escort Tazuna to him home. When everyone goes to sleep that night, Yoru goes outside and sleeps in a tree. Maybe I overdid it by killing him like that. Would stabbing him had been better? Or maybe I should have just knocked him unconscious. No, he was too dangerous to leave alive, and if I left him alive then he would try to kill everyone. What I did was right, I hope. I hope they don't hate me. She holds the Uchiha symbol on the chain Sasuke gave, stares at the star for the rest of the night. I never thought she could kill someone, Naruto says. Well, she was trying to protect Yus and I guess she thought that was the only way, and what did we do? We stared at her and didn't say anything, Sasuke says. Well, it was kind of shocking, Sakura says, trying to cheer the boys up. Where is she anyway? I haven't seen her since we got here. The girl that came with you is outside, Inari says. She said that she would not come inside. Then he left the three ninjas alone. Let's just go to sleep, Naruto says. Sasuke and Sakura look at him shocked. If you tried to talk to her right now, she won't listen and may attack, so she will be better tomorrow. Everyone goes to sleep. In the morning after breakfast, Kakashi takes everyone to the forest for some training. Today we are going to climb trees without using our hand. Kakashi demonstrates how to and throws kunai knife to everyone. Naruto walks up the tree with eases like Kakashi. Sakura runs up the tree on her first try. Sasuke uses too much chakra and leaves a footprint in the tree. And Yoru runs up the tree like Sakura, even though she can walk up it like Naruto and Kakashi. Well, it looks like everyone except Sasuke can do it, Kakashi says. Sasuke tries again and gets it like everyone else. Spoke too soon, Kakashi, Sasuke says, grinning. Good job, Yoru says, smiling a little. Sorry about yesterday, Naruto blurts out. Me too, Sasuke says. So am I, Sakura says. Doesn't matter, Yoru says, and they look surprised. Ninjas have to kill people, so I shouldn't have gotten a little mad because of the silent treatment. I do it to people all the time, Yoru says. The silent treatment, right? Naruto asks, half kidding. Nope, Yoru says, looking at Naruto and smiles. Just kidding. And everyone sighs with relief. No, I am no, she thinks. The bridge is completed on time and Tazuna names it Naruto. He wanted to name it Nai, but Yoru said it would be better to call it Naruto. They head back to Konoha and everyone heads home. Yoru asks Naruto to leave the part about her killing someone out when telling Dad about the mission, and he said okay, but that he was going to lie about something, and at that point Yoru doesn't care. Naruto tells Kyuubi about the mission. And then Yoru bites Zabuza and everyone is really surprised, especially Zabuza, and he is screaming for her to let go, and then she kick him in the nuts. Kyuubi make a face at that part. And Kakashi beats him up, and we got to show off how to climb a tree without using our hands. Hey Yoru, did you bite someone on your mission? Kyuubi screams down the hall. Yes, he angered me so I bite him and kicked him below the belt. Why? Yoru screams back. No reason. Kyubi started to reconsider training her in hand-to-hand combat. But the only reason she knew how to answer is because she had actually did that to someone when she was younger. The three had dinner and went to sleep, and then Naruto and Yoru, dressed in her usual outfit, got to meet Kakashi for a mission, and he is late as usual. After the mission, Naruto and Yoru walk through town. Yoru starts walking backwards. So, do you think that Kakashi will? Yoru bumps into someone, knocking both of them down. Sorry. Yoru gets up and helps up the person she knocked down. She looks at the teen dressed in black clothes, has something on his back, and is wearing a sand ninja headband. That hurt, you know, he says, mad. I know, and I am sorry for running into you. What is your name? Yoru asks. Kankuro, he says. Yoru looks at the blonde girl standing next to him. She has fur pigtails and a giant fan. I am Tamari, she says. Cool, I'm Yoru and that's Naruto. She points to her brother. I am sorry though. She smiles. And the one in the tree is Sasuke, but who is your friend with red hair? Everyone looks in the tree to see Sasuke sitting there, but they don't see the other person she is talking about until he says, I am surprised you could sense me. He says. Naruto and Yoru look at him, and they see he has the kanji for love on his forehead and no eyebrows. He jumps down right in front of Yoru. So what is your name? Yoru asks, looking at his start in the eyes. His teammates are scared and are surprised that Yoru isn't running away and can stare right in his eyes, full of the intent of killing. Yoru matches his killing intent with her own. Tamari and Kankuro back away from the two redheads. Gaara of the desert at your service, and you are? Gaara asks her. Yoru Bija at your service. Yoru can shock anyone, but what she says next surprises everyone, including her brother. Do you want to be friend, Gaara? Everyone gawked at her. Why do you want me to be your friend? Gaara asks. Because you are a lot like me, more than you think, so are we friends. Yoru holds out her hand. Sure. Gaara takes her hand. Kankuro and Tamari look at her, and then Gaara, and wonder why she isn't dead right now. He lets go and says, We are leaving by Yoru. The three Sand Village ninja vanish. Naruto and Sasuke run up to Yoru. Are you okay? Are you insane? Naruto screams at her. Yes, and maybe a little, but they are here for the Chunin exams, Yoru says. Naruto looks at her confused. Kakashi is going to beat us to the bride if we don't leave now. Let's go. Yoru, Sasuke, and Naruto run to the bridge, and Sakura is already there. Hi everyone, you will never believe what I did. I signed you all up for the Chunin exams, Kakashi says. Nice job, Yoru says. Good one, you almost had us, Naruto says. You have to fill out these applications. Kakashi hands everyone an application. It's your choose whether or not you enter. If you choose to enter, then you need to report to room 301 at the school by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, that's all. Kakashi vanishes. Let's go home and tell Dad. Naruto, see you two tomorrow, right? Yoru says, smiling. Sasuke and Sakura nod, and the Bija's sibling go home. Dad, you will never guess what Kakashi gave us, Naruto said, running into the training grounds. Good lord, if he gave you 2 porn, I will kill him, Kyubi says. Wait, what? No, he gave us forms for the Chunin exams. Cool, right? Naruto says, excited. You are right, let's go and prepare now. Kyubi grabs his children's arms and leads them inside. He has them sit down and gets books from the library in their house and places them on the table. I want both of you to read and memorize everything in these books by dinner. Good luck. He walks away into the kitchen. I guess I can make ramen for dinner tonight, but I will give them 3 hours, then I will make dinner. Kyubi goes back to his training outside. Why read? Why can't we train? Naruto says, pouting. All you do is train your body, not your mind. Dad has taken this test before, remember. So there must be a written test at the beginning, then a physical test that we are more than prepared for. Yoru says, look up from reading the advanced strategy guide Kyubi left her. All right, then answer me this, sis. If I need to train my mind, why did he leave you the advanced books and me the books you read 2 years ago? Naruto asks. Easy. When you read, you have to start with the first book, So Dad says you have to read the novice and advanced ones, and I only have the advanced ones because I already read the novice ones, so you should start reading Nichan. Yora says and continues with her book. Naruto starts his books. Every few minutes Naruto would ask about something and Yora would explain it to him. After 3 hours of studying, Naruto finishes half the books and Yora barely finishes her books. Kyubi brings his kids ramen, and after they finish, Naruto reads the advanced books and Yora rereads them to make sure she understands them. Oru and Naruto fall asleep studying and Kyubi takes them to their rooms to sleep in their beds. The next morning they wake up and Naruto does some basic training with Kyubi and Yora goes into town. She walks around looking at everyone and to her surprise she sees Gaara. "Hi Gaara," she calls to him. Gaara looks at her. "Hello Yoru, what do you want?" "Wanna get a snack? There is a really good tea shack around the corner." Yoru is smiling when she says this, but Gaara looks at her confused. "What's wrong Gaara? If you aren't hungry then we can do something else." "Why are you trying to be nice to me?" he asks bluntly. "Well, we're friends, remember? Yesterday you said that we can be friends," Yora says. "Were you just lying?" she says, hurt. "I have never had a friend," Gaara says. "Join the club. Until very recently I have been alone, shunned, and almost killed by my own village, because of what they think I am," Yora says. She sits down on a bench. "Well, you have never had your father try to kill you," Gaara says and sits next to Yora. "I was abounded by my real parents and got adopted by Naruto's dad. Does that count?" Yora asks. "Where?" Gaara asks. "Down a back alley in Konoha, where garbage is left, and I was only an infant too. Want to try again?" Yora asks to see what else he will ask her. "Your family and supposed comrades looks at you like you're a monster," Gaara says. "I lopped off a guy's head and everyone stayed away from me like I did it for pure pleasure when I was trying to save them from getting killed by him," Yora says and puts her head on her hands. "Well, I guess we are alike, like you said yesterday," Gaara says. "I told you so." She sits up. "We are friends now, right?" Gaara nods and Yara smiles. "Can I ask you a favor then?" "What kind of favor?" Gaara asks interred. "I need help killing someone during the Chunin exams. I was wondering if you see him first during the second test that you could help me kill him." Yoru explains. "Why are you going to kill him?" Gaara asks, even though he is going to help her regardless of her answer. "He is a danger to the people I care about, that's all," Yoru says. Gaara smiles evilly. "Okay, I will help you kill him. What does he look like?" "Gray hair, glasses, and when I see him I will tell you who he is. And remember during the second test, alright?" Yora looks at Gaara. "Right," Gaara says. "I will see you at the exams, Yoru." She nods and waves bye to him as he vanishes. Yora heads to the school and waits for her team. Everyone arrives at the school and Team 7 goes inside. When they get inside they see 2 people in front of room 301 and a boy in green ties with a weird haircut. "You misunderstand, we are trying to spare you," the 2 boys say that are guarding the door. "You'd better let me through and drop the force field illusion you created while you're at it," Sasuke says. "We have business on the 3rd floor," Yora says. The crowd watching looks confused. "So you figured it out," one of the boys say. "It was easy, right, Sakura? You were probably the first to notice it," Sasuke says. "Yep, you are the most analytical and best in our cell at understanding the art of illusion," Yora says. Sakura smiles. "Of course I noticed it, obviously. We are still on the 2nd floor." "Of course," Naruto adds. The psi changes from 301 to 201. "Not bad, but it isn't enough." One of the guys kicks at Sasuke and he kicks back, but the boy in green blocks both of them. The boy in green lets go of both of their legs and walks over to where Naruto, Yoru, and Sakura are. "Hi, I'm Rock Lee, you're Sakura, aren't?" he says, looking at Sakura. "Would you like to go out with me?" He smiles and a gleam appears at the end on his smile. "I'll protect you with my life." Naruto got tired of listening to this and walks in front to Sakura. "I would like you to leave my girlfriend alone, bushy brow," Naruto says, looking ticked at Lee. Lee looks down in defeat. "Hey, what is your name?" a boy asks. "It's common courtesy to give your name first," Sasuke says, smiling. "You're Niji Hyuga," Yora says to Niji. You two are rookies, are you? How old are you? Niji asks Sasuke and Yoru. I don't have to tell you anything, Sasuke says. 7, and if you want to learn something about other people, give them some information on you first next time, Yoru says. Team 7 walks away and Lee follows them. Hey, you with the scowl, you me here now, what to fight? Lee says. You want to fight me here and now? Sasuke asks. Yes, Lee answers and jumps down the stairs. My name is Rock Lee. Among sticklers, requires one to introduce oneself before asking for the name of another Sasuke Uchiha. So you knew who I was the whole time, Sasuke says, glaring at him. I am calling you out. I want to test the effectiveness of my techniques against the last surviving member of your legendary clan. Besides, he blushes looking at Sakura, then winks. Sakura looks very disturbed and starts trembling. You're an angel. He blows a kiss to her and a heart starts flying to her. Yoru grabs the heart before Sakura has to dodge, then she rips it to shreds and step on the remains after she drops it. So you're challenging me even though you know my lineage? In other words, you're a fool, Sasuke says. So dog brow, do you really want to learn what it means to be an Uchiha? Absolutely, Lee says. Let me handle this, he will be toast. Just give me 5 minutes, Naruto says, ready to fight. I have no interest in you, only Uchiha, Lee tries to inform Naruto. I don't care. Naruto charges at Lee, and Lee throws him at the wall. Mark my words, none of you will beat me. I am the greatest fighter among all the junior ninja in Konoha. This could be fun, I accept your challenge, Sasuke says. Sakura looks at the clock. Don't do it, Sasuke, we have less than half an hour left to turn in our applications. This will only take 5 minutes. Sasuke charges at Lee. Konoha Hurricane. Lee screams and starts to spin. Sasuke dodges the first attack and tries to block the second one, but he is hit and lands a few feet back. Sasuke activates his Sharingan and charges for Lee again. Lee kicks him in the air, proving Sasuke's Sharingan useless, agents him. Exactly, I am using only Taijutsu Kagebuno. Sasuke, Naruto, and Yoru scream. Lee starts to unwrap the band around his hands, then a pinwheel hits one of them and stopping him from moving. That is enough, Lee, a turtle says. Sasuke. Yoru catches Sasuke but falls in the process. Are you okay? Sakura asks Sasuke. He is trembling right now. Lee, I hope you are prepared, the turtle says, and Lee nod. He is all yours, guy. A man that looks like the grown version of Lee appears with one hand around his eye, the other in the air, saying, Ah, the exuberance of youth. All of you are full of it. Everyone in Team 7 stares at him with shock and a little disuse. Guy gets of the turtle, then he punches Lee, calling him an idiot. Then they huge under a setting sun on a beach. Can we leave now? This is way too disturbing for me, Yoru says. Everyone nod and they walk away, and when they get to the door, the 4 ninjas see Kakashi. I am glad you guys made it here, Kakashi says. 'Tis way you all qualify to apply for the Chunin selection exams. The way the test is set up, it can only be taken by 3-person cells, or 4 in our case. Alright, Yoru says, smiling. The 4 go inside, and as they open the door, Naruto says, Look out everyone, 'cause here we come. Everyone looks at the big crowd of people who are going to take the test, and then out of nowhere, Ino hugs Sasuke from behind. Sasuke, where have you been, cutie? Ino, get off my boyfriend, Yoru says, irritated. What? Ino lets go of Sasuke and walks up to her. You want me to believe that you high-strung dad is letting you date? That is impossible for Q-san. Well, it is true, Sasuke says and kisses Yoru on the cheek and putting his arm around her. Ino looks at Sakura and Naruto. Sakura is mine, Naruto says, kissing her on the cheek. Oh man, I just remember I need to find Gaara late. Yoru runs into the sea of people. Hi, Shikamaru says. This is way too troublesome. And Choji is walking with him. There you are, Kiba yells. Looks like the gang is all here. Hi, Hinata says, bushing. Shino just stands by Kiba, silent. Would you guys do us all a favor and shut up? A man with gray hair and glasses says. You 3 gangs of would-be hotshots are all genin, right? Kids barely out of the local ninja academe? This isn't a school field trip, you know. Who the heck do you think you are? Ino asks. Name's Kabuto, so what? You kids need to open your eyes. Why? Sakura asks, and then everyone looks around and sees other ninjas staring at them. Watch out for the guys from Amigakure, those who hide in the rain, they have short fuses. Everyone is on edge, waiting for the exam. I thought I would give you a heads up before they beat you all to a pulp. I have taken this test 7 times already, so I know how these people act. Kabuto says. Wow, you have to have a lot of experience. Sakura says, impressed. You are the man, Kabuto. Naruto says. Kabuto nods. Cute, okay. The least I can do is give you sweet little baby some vital intelligence on what you're in for with these shinobi skill cards. Can you look up anyone? Sasuke asks. Why? Someone you have an interest in? Kabuto asks. Gaara from Sunagakure Hide-Eye. And Rock Lee from Konoha. Sasuke says. You know their names? Then it's no sweat. Kabuto pulls 2 cards from the deck and holds out Lee's card first. Rock Lee, he is a year older than you 3, mission data, 20D ranked mission, 11C ranked. His team's mentor is Might Guy and his taijutsu physical skills have grown exponentially this past year. He has no other talents worth mentioning, he was considered a standout among the genin, but he didn't apply for the Chunin exam. He is a first time like you 3 and his teammates are named Niji Hyuga and Tenten. He holds up Gaara's card next. Gaara of the Sand, 8C ranked and 1B ranked mission, wow. Not many rookie shinobi get B ranked mission. I don't have much more information on him because he is from way out in the desert, but he's come back from every mission unscathed, without a scratch. Yep, Gaara is pretty strong. Yora says, coming out from the crowd, and everyone moves out of her way. Why did it take you so long to say hi? Naruto questions his sister. I didn't want to interrupt Kabuto talking about Lee and Gaara. Yora says. Yoru and Gaara's talk. Hi Gaara. Yoru runs up to Gaara. Hello Yoru. He says. What took you so long? I got held up by some other ninja, but I took care of it. She says, looking back. Do you see the man with silver hair and a ponytail with the glasses? Gaara nods. That is Kabuto. The man we will kill during the second test. Yora nods. What are you 2 talking about over here? Kankuro says, looking at his little brother and Yoru. Nothing that concerns you. Yora says, shrugging. I guess this is my cue to leave, see you later. Yora tries to walk away, but Temari stops her. Where are you going, kid? She asks Yoru. I was going back to where my team is before my brother gets himself in trouble or almost dead. Yora says. You have a little brother here? Gaara asks. No, sadly, it's my older brother, I am the youngest. Yora says, looking down, then looks back up. And if I don't head back now, I fear what is going to happen because of the weird man over there. She points at Kabuto. The 2 other sand ninjas look at him. Yora waves to Gaara and vanishes into the crowd. What, where did she go? Kankuro looks around and Gaara points back at where Kabuto and Naruto are. Back to the present. Would everyone please just shut up? A man yells. Sorry to have kept you waiting, my name is Ibiki Marino. I'm the proctor and chief examiner for the first part of H exam. Now the first test is a written test. What, a written test? Naruto says, shocked. I hope you remember the studying we did last night. Yora says, smirking. Everyone picks a number to decide where they sit. Sasuke is sitting in the middle left, Naruto is in the front next to Hinata, Sakura in the middle back, and Yoru is next to Gaara. Papers face down until I give the signal. Now listen up, there are a few big rules that pertain to the first test. I will write them down. I will not take any questions and I will only say this once. Rule 1: each question is worth 1 point and there are 10 questions, so if you get them all right then you will have 10 points, but if you get them all wrong then you will have 0 points. Rule 2 is still a team event, so all the team's point will be added up at the end of the event. The third rule is if any candidate makes any of the proctors think you are cheating, then the team that person is on will lose 2 points, and if you lose all your points you will fail and be asked to leave. Also, if any shinobi does get at least 1 point in each cell, then the whole team will fail. You have 1 hour starting now. Yora starts to tap her pencil and Naruto remembers everything from the books he read last night. Yor must have used a jutsu to help me remember everything in the books so we all can pass. Thank God. I didn't understand a word of this till now. Naruto starts writing down the answers and Yor stops taping her pencil. Sakura knows all the answers and writes them down. Come on, Sasuke, realize this test was made for cheating, Yor thinks as she writes down her answers. Then she sees Sasuke turn on his Sharingan. Good, he figured it out. I hope you like this chapter. I was going to put it up earlier but I couldn't find a stopping place, so read the next chapter that I will try to put up tomorrow to see how this goes. Please someone review, no one has yet. Chapter 9 Chapter 8 I don't own Naruto, just this plot. Thank you for the review. Gaara still hasn't answered a question, maybe I can help. Yor grabs Gaara's hand lightly and writes, you can copy my test if you want, I am already done. Write on my hand to respond. Gaara writes on her hand, I am fine, but thanks. Yor lies her head down and fell asleep. Naruto is continuously checking his answers to see if he got them right. One downside to Yor's memory jutsu is you can't remember if you wrote it down right even if you just wrote it down correctly. Excuse me, Kankuro says, standing up with his hand raised. What is it? One of the proctors says. I've got to go to the bathroom, he says, smiling. The proctor handcuffs him and says, of course, one of the other proctors will be accompanying you. Why not? The two walk out of the room. I wonder if they have figured out that proctor is a puppet. Yor sits up. Time to get ready for the 10th question, Ibiki says. And before I say this question I will be adding a new rule. Kankuro walks in. Looks like you're in luck. The time you spent with your doll hasn't been completely wasted. Don't worry about it, just sit down. Let me explain, this rule is absolute. First you must choose whether or not you accept or reject this question. Choose. What happens if someone doesn't accept the question? Temari screams. If you reject the question and don't answer it, then you will lose all your points and you will fail, and both of your teammates fail with you. Ibiki says. What? A boy screams out. Then why would anyone reject it? Screams another boy. If you take the question and fail, then you will never be allowed to take the Journeyman Ninja exam again. You can be serious. That's ridiculous. There are ninja here who've sat here for the Chunin exams more than once already. We know there are. Kiba yells. Just your rotten luck. I wasn't making the rules in the past years, and I am now. I've been up front of you with you. You can take the failing grade now and try again later. Anyone who has any doubts would be smart to reject the question right now, and then come back and reapply next year and the years after that. He says, smiling. Ready, let's begin. Those who choose not to take this question, raise your hand and you can leave after your number has been confirmed. After a minute, people started to raise their hands and teams leave. Sakura is about to raise her until Naruto rises his trembling. Everyone, Team 7 is surprised. Naruto slams his hand down. Never underestimate me. I won't quit and I won't run. I will accept your stupid question, and even if I end up as a rookie for the rest of my life, I will still become Hokage. Even if I can only make it by pure stubbornness, I don't care. This is your last chance. If you want to quit, then quit now. I never go back on my word, that's my shinobi way. Good call, so everyone that is still here passes the first exam. Ibiki says. All 78 of you here passed. Ibiki gets cut off when a black ball crashes through the window. What the? Naruto and Yor say at the same time. The black fabric is hit to the wall and a woman comes out. None of you are in the clear yet, or in any position to celebrate. I am the second exam officer, Anko Mitarashi. Let's go, people, time is a wastin'. Follow me. There is an eerie silence. Can't you sense the mood here? Ibiki says from behind the sign. She reminds me of Naruto. Sakura says. Wow, you must have made it to easy. Oh well, follow me to the next test and I will explain the rules there. This looks like a creepy place. Sakura says. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Naruto says confidently. You are about to find out why this is called the Forest of Death. Anko says. Before we can start, I need everyone to sign these consent forms. I will explain the exam, then you can sign the forms. With the other members of your cell, bring the forms to the hut behind you and submit them. This is like a game of survival and capture the flag but with scrolls. She shows everyone the round forest surrounded by the gate and the tower in the middle. You have to get a Haven and Earth Scroll within 5 days to the tower. Now let's talk about the rules. 1. Obviously, it's all your members must make it to the tower in the allotted time with the 2 scrolls. So if you lost a team member for any reason, injury or death, then you are out. And under no circumstances can you leave the forest before time is up. No recesses and no timeouts. Also, you are forbidden to look in the scrolls. That is all the explanation I will give. We will trade on scroll for 3 forms. After you get the scroll, choose the gate to start from and everyone will start at the same time. Also, on more piece of advice, stay alive. It's almost time to distribute the scrolls. A man says after they cover the hut with a black tarp. Are you ready, Sasuke? Yoru says, hugging him from behind. Sasuke comes back to reality and pats her on the head and nods. Everyone gets their scrolls and head to a gate. All right, Anko yells. Part 2 of the Journeyman Ninja Selection Exam begins. Now, I am going ahead, okay, so when you guys go forward then I can head back and we can meet halfway. Yoru says. No, we are not splitting up, Naruto says, crossing his arms. Well, I am going whether you like it or not, so bye and don't forget about the whistle. Yoru says, then vanishes into the forest. Hey, and she is gone, Naruto says. Now I have to pee. He walks over to a tree. No, in front of me, I am a girl, Sakura says and punches him in the head, and he runs to a bush further away. Much better, Naruto says, coming back. I thought I said to stop being vulgar in my presence, Sakura says, lifting her fist. POW, Sasuke punches Naruto in the face. Sasuke, that's nice to help me, but that was a little over the top. What was that for? Naruto says, rubbing his cheek. What have you done with Naruto? Sasuke says, and Sakura looks confused. What do you mean? Hello, I am right in front of you and bleeding, Naruto says. You're wearing your shuriken on your left when Naruto's right-handed, and the real Naruto is behind you. Sasuke points to the real Naruto standing up. Wow, good night, Naruto says, then knocks him unconscious. What was that supposed to be, my replacement? The 3 ninjas move further into the wood then stop. Remember this, if we ever get separated we can't trust each other blindly or it will probably end worse than last time. We will make a password. It will be a poem called Ninki. When I ask for it, this is how you will respond. We thrive in the chaos of the enemy tide. Quiet shinobi don't need dens to hide. Our only concern is to watch and wait until the enemy lowers the gate. How do you expect me to remember that? Naruto asks. I already got it, Sakura says. Can it be something easier like ramen? Naruto asks. I will take the scroll, Sasuke says, and then a large gust of wind blows and cuts Naruto's cheek. Ow, what the? Naruto says, and the wind picks up again. A new enemy? Sasuke says. Everyone jumps and hides. 3 grass ninjas come out. The one with long black hair says, Stick around, you two. It could be fun. I'll go in alone. Sasuke is hiding in a bush and Sakura find him. Sasuke. Not another step. What's the password? The Ninki. Sasuke says, holding a kunai knife. Oh, right, we thrive in the chaos of the enemy tide. Quiet shinobi don't need dens to hide. Our only concern is to watch and wait until the enemy lowers the gate. Good, Sasuke says. Hey guys, are you alright? Naruto says, running out from behind a tree. Not so fast, Naruto, the password, Sasuke says. The Ninki, right, we thrive in the chaos of the enemy tide. Quiet shinobi don't need dens to hide. Our only concern is to watch and wait until the enemy lowers the gate, Naruto says perfectly, and Sakura sighs with relief. Sasuke throws a kunai at Naruto and he dodges it. Hey! What are you doing, Sasuke? He said the password correctly. Sakura screams at him. And this time he is good enough to deflect my attack. Sasuke says, ready to attack again. Wait a second here. Sakura yells. Well done, what gave me away? The black-haired grass ninja asks. I knew you were underground the whole time, eavesdropping on everything we said. That's why I chose that kind of password, the kind that the real Naruto would never be able to memorize. Sasuke says proudly. I see, watch and wait, eh? This is going to be more fun than I thought. The ninja says, smiling. Naruto jumps out of a tree. Where is Sakura-chan and Sasuke? He looks around. What? It's huge! He screams at the giant snake. Naruto tries to dodge it, but he gets captured by the tail and swallowed. Hey, it ate me. That was another phony Naruto. Sakura says, surprised. I suppose you'd like to steal this Earth scroll, wouldn't you? Since you've already have the God of Heaven scroll. The ninja says, then swallows his scroll. Now shall we see who will be stealing scrolls from whom? We'll fight to the death. He put one of his fingers in his eye and shows Sakura and Sasuke a vision of them being killed by kunai knives through their heads. The man takes out 2 kunai knives and throws them, but before they hit, Sasuke stabs his own leg and gets Sakura and himself out of there. The two are now hiding behind a tree. Naruto, still in the snake, is thinking of a way out. I've got it, art of the doppelganger, solid form. The snake explodes. I am the shinobi that will become Hokage, so don't mess with me. I got better things to do than become a snake turd. Now I have to find Sakura-chan and Sasuke, then my sister. Sasuke, speak to me, R. Sakura yells, but Sasuke covers her mouth, because her screaming will get them discovered and killed. Sakura looks around and sees a large snake but can't say anything about it. She gets Sasuke hand of her mouth and screams. Sasuke, snake cake. Sasuke jumps in the air and throws a few kunai at the snake as it tries to attack him. He kills the snake, but the ninja with black hair comes out of it. For shame, letting your guard down, stay on your toes like good prey should. It makes it more rewarding for the predator. He slithered you the tree like a snake and stopped when he was almost hit by Naruto's kunai. Sorry, Sasuke, but I can't remember that stupid password. Naruto says with grin. Sweet Naruto, that was awesome. Sakura screams. Naruto to the rescue, hun? You're completely psyched to be saving the day, but now would be a good time to run for your life. This guy is way out of our league. Sasuke screams at Naruto. He, my compliments of your stunning defeat of the giant snake. The ninja says. Hey, why don't you pick on someone your own size, or something like that? Naruto says. Sasuke looks at Naruto, then the man. He deactivates his Sharingan and says, if it's our scroll you want, come and get it, take it and leave. Sasuke, what the heck do you think you're doing? Is this some clever way of beating the enemy, by handing over everything we've got? Naruto yells at him. Well done, you're obviously natural-born prey, instinctively knowing that your only hope lies in the chance of the predator being distracted by something tastier. Come and get it, Sasuke says and throws the scroll at him. Naruto jumps and grabs the scroll before he gets it and lands next to Sasuke. Stay out of this, you'll ruin everything. Naruto punches Sasuke in the face. What do you think you are doing? Naruto, what are you? Sakura says. I forgot the stupid password, but I know this Sasuke is a fake. Naruto says. Naruto, I am Miyudobe. Sasuke says. That's bull, you're the idiot. You're a coward, which Sasuke isn't, so you aren't him. I am not sure we need to be afraid of this guy, and even if we did hand over the scroll, there is no guarantee that he would spare us. So even if you are Sasuke, then I would still be calling you an idiot and maybe a chicken too, Naruto says. This is rich, Naruto, and you're right. The ninja licks his eye. Why bargain? He pulls up one of his sleeves to reveal a tattoo, and he bits his thumb. When I can just kill you and take the scroll. He puts blood down the tattoo. Shut up, Naruto says and charges for him. Don't do it, Naruto! Sasuke yells at his teammate. Summoning no jutsu, the ninja says and summons a snake that swats Naruto through a tree and him into another one. Naruto! Sakura and Sasuke scream. Excellent, but let's not take any chances, eat the boy, the ninja tells his snake. Eat snot, sucker! Naruto yells as he is about to attack, but the ninja blows him away into another tree. And now it's Sasuke's turn, let's see how he hands it. Naruto comes out of nowhere and makes the snake bite the branch in front of Sasuke. Are you okay, you big chicken? Naruto's eyes are red now. The ninja wraps his tongue around Naruto and pulls him up to him. Hey, let go of me! So the Nine-Tails brat is still alive and kicking. How fascinating that when he is consumed with rage, so of the Kyuubi's chakra. An amazing development. The ninja uses his tongue to lift Naruto's jacket and shirt to reveal the seal. There's the proof, the spell that seals the monster within appears on your skin like a tattoo. The ninja charges chakra in each of his fingers, then jabs them all into Naruto's stomach, knocking him unconscious. The ninja takes the scroll and throws Naruto. Naruto. Sakura screams and throws a kunai to stop him from falling. Sasuke, Naruto may be nothing like you. He can be clumsy and a handful and sometimes a big nuisance, but at least he's got guts. Naruto is no coward, right? Sakura yells. Sasuke snaps out of his little fear moment and activates his Sharingan and pulls out his weapons. Sasuke attaches wire to the weapons and throws them at the ninja. He dodges, but Sasuke throws 3 different weapons at him and he notices the strings. A Sharingan, a 3-pronged attack. The ninja catches the weapon in his mouth and Sasuke sends a fire jutsu down the wire and it lights the ninja's head on fire. That child should have such a mastery of the Sharingan power. Truly a worthy successor to the honored name of the Uchiha clan. In fact, and think I want you all to myself after all. Sakura runs over to Sasuke's side. It's marvelous fun making you show me all of your tricks. Sakura and Sasuke become paralyzed. You really are his brother, you can see and conceal thin. GS with those eyes of yours like Itachi himself could never dream of. Just who the heck are you? Sasuke screamed at the ninja. I'm Orochimaru the giant snake. If you would like a rematch, then pass this exam as quickly as you can. Orochimaru says as he burns the heaven scroll. I will see you again if you manage to defeat 3 sound ninja. That answer to me. What are you talking about? We never want to see you again. Sakura screams. Perhaps not, but wishing won't chase me away. He makes a hand sign and then his neck grows long and he bites Sasuke on the neck. I look forward to see you again, Sasuke, in your quest for power. What, everything hurt? Sasuke says and falls to the ground, passing out from pain. What did you do to Sasuke? Sakura asks Orochimaru. Just gave him a present to remember me by. He says and vanishes. Naruto, Sasuke is. Sakura looks to see Naruto still unconscious. She moved them to a place where she can hide them and take care of them. Review and tell me what you think. Next chapter you get to see what Yora has been doing the whole time while the rest of her team is fighting Orochimaru. I am going to try to update later today. Chapter 11, Chapter 10. I don't own Naruto, just this plot. Yoru is jumping from tree to tree looking for Gaara until she sees him and his team. Hey! Yoru yells at Gaara, scaring the 3 sand ninjas. Yoru, are you here alone? Gaara asks. That was too close. Kankuro says. Well, it is your fault for provoking him. Temari says. Yep, are you ready? Yoru asks and Gaara nods. Good, let's go then. What, where are you 2 going? Kankuro asks. It's none of your concern. Yoru says, smiling, and the 2 leave. Kankuro and Temari look at each other and think the same thing. What is Gaara and that girl going to do? Do you know where he is? Gaara asks. Yes, right over here. Yoru stops and they see Kabuto alone drinking water. Yoru jumps down. Boo! Kabuto turns around and throws a kunai and almost hits Yoru, but she dodges it. Chill. It's one of the rookies. Where is your team? I would say a few miles back and catching up. Yoru pulls the kunai out of the tree. But I think I need to do this quickly, so do me a favor and stay still. Yoru lunges at him and he dodges. What are you doing? He knocks the knife out of her hand and he holds her up against a tree. Are you really trying to kill me, rookie? He asks, amused. Let me go. She struggles, but she couldn't get out of his grip. Sure, after you tell me why you tried to. What is going on? Kabuto is lifted into the air by Gaara's sand and he comes out from the trees. He closes his hand. Sabakusoso. Kabuto is crushes and his blood splatters everywhere, including on Gaara and Yoru. Cool and Iu. She walks over to the river. We should wash off. She takes off her jacket and pants. Gaara turns around. She looks at him confused, then smiles. I am wearing a t-shirt and shorts, so you can turn around. Gaara just rises up because he didn't get a lot on him, but Yoru was covered in blood. She washes her cloths in the water and lays them on a rock to dry and is trying to wash the blood out of her hair. How do you know that it got in your hair? I don't, but if it do and someone on my team sees it somehow, then I would have to explain all this. Yoru gestures to Kabuto and the blood splattered everywhere. Here we get extra. Gaara hands her a heaven and earth scroll. Wow, Gaara thanks. I don't have anything for you though. Yora says, feeling bad but still accepts the scrolls. It's fine, Gaara says. Yora feels skeptical, then thinks of something. Actually, I think I do have something. She gets out of the river dripping red and takes a whistle with a string tied on it out of her pants pocket. You can have this. She hands it to Gaara. Thanks. He smiles a little. This is the first gift he has gotten from a friend before. You may want to wash off some more though. And Gaara points to the red puddle under her feet. Yikes. She sits by the river and tries to wash her hair again. That whistle is special. If you blow it, then I will know where you are because it will activate a jutsu I put on it. She holds up the whistle around her neck. Counting hours, I have made 4. 4? Gaara sits by her. Yes, mine, yours, my brother's, and my dad's. The only downside of it is it gives me tunnel vision, and I can only see the trail, and it's a different color per person. So why do you wear one, if it's supposed to help you find others? Gaara asks. This one turns off the tunnel vision, but I still will see the path to the person, and it's a response, too. Yora wrings out her hair and put it back up. I wonder what your color would be. We can try it right now. Is it loud? Gaara asks. No one can hear it except me and maybe a few animals, and if we are, I can't be this close. My dad blew it when I was this close, and it felt like it was going to die from the bleeding in my ears. Yora goes a mile or 2 away from Gaara and he blows the whistle. Yora's vision shrinks and she can see a dark red line. She blows her whistler back and regains her sight and goes to Gaara. Did you hear that? Gaara nods. So what is my color? A dark red, Yora says. Now I have to look out for Gaara's dark red path, Dad's orange-red path, and Naruto's orange path. I think we should probably head back to our team. Yora says sadly. You are right, let's go. Gaara says, but he doesn't want to leave his friend. He put the whistle around his neck and the two go. As they are heading back, Yora can't shake a bad feeling she is having. She loses her footing and falls. What, eh? She screams. Gaara turns around and sees her falling and uses his sand to catch her. Are you okay? What happened? I just lost me footing, that's all. Yora stands up and stumbles again. What is going on? This hasn't happened since. And Yora realizes something. Naruto, you idiot. She says, leaning on the tree. Your brother, did he just blow his whistle or something? Gaara asks as he has her lean on him. No, the problem is he didn't blow it, and now I think he is in trouble. I have to go. Yora tries to stand again with more success this time. Alright, I will see you when the exams are over, right? Gaara asks. Of course, bye Gaara. Yora runs off and Gaara goes to his team. What is happening there? Did they attack before I could come back? Is it that late? Crud, I need to go faster or I won't make it before Sasuke. Yora activates her fox clock with one tail and runs faster. When she gets close to where her team is, she turns it off and runs as fast as she can in her normal form. When she gets there, she sees Sasuke with weird tattoos trying to rip of a sound ninja's arms, Naruto and Lee unconscious, Sakura on the ground beat up, and then he pulls the ninja's arm out of their sockets and breaks them. I hope you are more of a challenge, Sasuke says, walking to the other sound ninja. Sasuke, stop it. Yora screams and jumps out of the tree and lands in front of him. She hugs. This isn't you, please change back. The marks on Sasuke from the curse mark faded away and he falls into Yora's arms. Sasuke. You're pretty tough. Obviously in your current state we have no chance of defeating you, Sasuke. Please accept this as a token of my admiration and as someone reparation for your trouble and allow us to leave in peace. After what we have done, that may seem like a lot, but something big is afoot that merits further investigation and confirmation. I give you my word that on behalf of all of us, if you let us go, then we will stay till the end next time we fight, even if we are losing. The sound ninja says as he gets his 2 friends. As he is about to leave, Sakura screams. Wait, you've got to tell me who Orochimaru is? What did he do to Sasuke and why did he choose Sasuke? I don't know, we were just following orders. The sound ninja says, then leaves. Hey, is everyone okay? I hope this won't be any trouble, but I am leaving Lee in your care. Sakura says. What happened to me? Sasuke asks. Okay, I am tired of being in the dark, tell me what happened. Yora says. Sasuke tells her up to the part where he passed out and Sakura tells the rest. Orochimaru is here. I should have known that and hadn't left. I am an idiot. I am just glad everyone is okay. What about this one? Shall we kick him till he wakes up? Shikamaru asks. Oh, can I do it? Choji volunteers. I will wake him up. Yora says, running over to her brother. She unzips her jacket and takes out her whistle, covers her ears and blows as hard as she can. No one can hear it, but out of nowhere Naruto is rolling around covering his ears screaming. Bloody murder. Everyone is shocked. Then Yora hits Naruto in the head. That is for not calling me when you guys got in trouble. What do you mean? Naruto yells at his sister. You forgot about the whistle that I gave you again, Baka. Yora screams at him, and he falls back. Oh, Naruto says quietly. Wait, Sakura, what happened to your hair? Naruto gets up and runs to his girlfriend. I wanted to update my image, a new look. Having long hair is fun and I liked it, but let's be real, this is much easier to manage. Sakura says. Naruto nods but doesn't really believe what Sakura is saying. Well, we should head to the tower now. Yora says. Everyone has already left. But we only have this scroll now. Naruto says a little sheepishly. No, we don't, Looki. Yora takes out the heaven and earth scrolls Gaara gave her. Where did you get those? Sakura asks, amazed. I have a friend who wants us to pass this test, so let's go. Shadow clone no jutsu. Yora says, and two other clones pop up. Get on, they say. Why don't we just walk? That is a waste of chakra, Yoru. Sasuke says. I know a path to the tower that will take us up there in no time, and you all are to beat up to keep up. Yora says, crossing her arms, all of them. Everyone looks at Yora then themselves. She came back without a scratch and with 2 scrolls, and they are all injured one way or another. If but only till we get there. Sasuke says. Alright, but first I am going to have to ask you guys to close your eyes the whole time. Yora says apologetically. You're not going to use that jutsu, are you? Naruto asks, skeptical that she found a shortcut. Yes, but it is way faster that way. Yora says. Well, we should trust her. Sakura says. And if this is faster, then I don't see why we should say no. I have agreed, but I still don't like that you have to do all the work. Sasuke says. Outnumbered now, get on and close your eyes, oh, and you will feel a strong breeze, so hold on. Yora cares Sasuke and her clones care Sakura and Naruto. After the 3 ninjas close their eyes, Yora activates her fox clock but hides her chakra so they don't feel the spick, and she runs. After an hour of ridding Yora, they get there. She deactivates the clock and tells everyone to open their eyes. Tada! She says, raising her arms out of breath, and she stands in front of their team's door. Wow, that was a shortcut, Sakura says, impressed. Let's go in the door, Naruto says. How did you like this chapter? Review and I will update on Friday. And I am sorry about putting it up at night again, I forgot to post it. Tongue sticking out. Chapter 12, Chapter 11. I don't own Naruto, just this plot. Also thanks for the reviews. GIR. The 4 ninjas enter the room and they look around. Well, now what do we do? Naruto asks. Open the scrolls, Yora says, and everyone looks at her shocked. Yora, we will get in trouble, Sakura says. But the instructor said not to open them until we made it to the tower, Yora says, even though she never said that it made scene. Naruto and Sakura opened the heaven and earth scrolls, then wind started to swirl around the opened scrolls. Naruto, Sakura, let go of the scrolls, Sasuke says, and they throw the scrolls. Naruto and Yora looked at the man, recognizing him, and Sasuke says, Are you? Hey, long time no see, Iruka says. What's going on? Sakura asks. You 3 look like you had a hard time, but Yora looks fine, Iruka says. I cared then here, but I did it so we could get here faster, Yora comments. Why was Iruka-sensei summoned? Naruto asks, confused. At the end of the second test it's set up so we tune and meet up with the exam takers, and I was allowed to greet you 4, Iruka says, smiling. Greet us? Sakura asks. Congratulations, you all passed the second test. I would like to treat you all to ramen. Iruka is interrupted by Naruto jumping on him and hugging him. Naruto lesson till the end. Sakura and Sasuke sit down. He still has energy, Sasuke says. Yep, I only found one way to stop all that energy, Yora says to Sasuke. And what is that? Hold up a vegetable and he will run away from you so you don't have to deal with him, or I bow my whistle in his ear and he screams and runs away, or you could just do this. Yora stands up and walks over to Naruto. Naruto, if you keep acting like this, then Dad will take away your ninja rights and retrain you in the art of quiet and stealth for the 5th time. Yora says, and Naruto stands there quietly. Yora walks up to Sasuke and says, "See. So what would have happened if we opened the scrolls during the test?" Sasuke asks. "I was ordered to knock them unconscious for the remainder of the test," Iruka says. Sensei, what does the scroll on the wall mean? There are words missing so we can't understand it," Sakura says. "It's the Hokage's motto. Yeah, the heaven in this paragraph refers to the human mind and earth refers to the body. If you lack heaven, seek wisdom and be prepared. For example, Naruto's weakness is his brain. Gain knowledge and be prepared for missions." Sakura and Yora laugh at the pouting Naruto. "If you lack earth, then run in fields, seek advantages. So if Sakura has low stamina, then she needs to continue training. And if you have both earth and heaven, then you can succeed in any mission. So then the missions become safe and easier," Yora says, cutting in. "Then the part with the missing word?" Sakura asks. Iruka unrolls the scroll. "So the word that represents Chunin, the person from the scroll goes there, the last sentence is, and the rules will guide a person's extremes. You 4 passed this part of the Chunin exam, let's see if you have the makings of a Chunin. I want you all to keep this motto in your heads as the test goes on. Well, that's all I have to tell. Good luck on the 3rd and finally test, and don't push yourselves too hard. We are all ready for this, Sensei," Yora says. Everyone walks through to the next doors to see a lot of Konoha ninjas and Gaara's team. "Well, I guess we are early," Naruto says. "Let's go wash off." They went to the bathrooms and all took showers and rested. Soon more teams arrived until the 5 days were up. All the teams are now standing in front of the Konoha teachers. "This is going to be awesome," Yora whispers to her team. "And Dad is going to love hearing about this." Naruto and Yora smile. "Hokage-sama will be explaining the 3rd test," Anko screams into a mic. "Before I do that, I must explain the reason for the test. Why do we always take the test with ally countries? To promote friendship among the countries. To raise the leave of the shinobi. I don't want anyone to be confused about the true meaning of this exam. The true meaning is a replacement for war among the ally countries." "What, you can't be serious?" Yora says. "If you go back in time, then all our allies were once our enemies who fought over who would rule. In order to prevent useless fighting, we set up the Chunin exams so each country choose people to fight. Why do we have to do this bull? Isn't this to decide who becomes a Chunin or not?" Naruto screams. "So there are 2 sides to the test," Yora says. "Leaders from other countries and clients will be watching the 3rd exam to see which country is the strongest. This exam is to show off who is stronger, and it only has meaning because your lives are at risk and people who have already taken the test come back for this dream. One more thing, before the 3rd test begins, I need to say that this test is a life-risking battle and it has your dreams and country's prestige on the line." "I get it," Naruto says. "I don't care, just get on to the life-threatening part and what it entails," Gaara says. A new ninja comes in a takeover. "I am Hate. Before the 3rd test there is something I want you to do, a preliminary to decide who gets to participate in the 3rd test." "What, so there is too many people to take the test or something?" Yora says. "That's stupid. As the 3rd said, there will be guests and it will take too long to fight with all of these people and we only have a limited amount of time. Alright, those who don't feel like they can continue step forward because we are starting the preliminary immediately." "What? Right now?" Kiba screams. "Also, this is individual, and it will be from now on," Hate says. Sasuke grabs the curse mark. "Sasuke, you should quit if the curse mark is still hurting you." Sakura tells Sasuke. "You've been in pain this whole time, I am telling the teachers." Sakura is about to raise her hand and Sasuke is about grab it, but Yora does that first. "Sakura, this is his choose, not yours to make for him, just butt out," Yora says, looking at Sakura irritated. "I am just an avenger. I am only doing this to answer the question, am I strong? I don't care about Chunin of whatever and they are here. Sasuke says. The preliminary will consist of one-on-one fights. The winners of each fight will get to fight in the third test. There are no rules. The fight is over when one of the fighters are unconscious, admit defeat, or are dead. I can stop the fight and say who won if I want. And the object that will control your fate is this electric scoreboard. It will show your name and the person who you will fight name. Now let's see who will be fighting first. Hate says, and everyone looks at the board. The names that appear are Sasuke, Uchiha, and Choji. You two stay in the ring and everyone else go up to the top. Everyone walks up the stairs and Sasuke looks disturbed and upset by something Kakashi says to him, and they walk by each other. Sasuke is holding his shoulder because the curse mark is hurting him. The two start their fight but before Choji forfeits, because he just wants to eat and not fight Sasuke. Kakashi appears behind Sasuke and says, "Well, good job, I guess." He takes Sasuke away somewhere else. The next match is Shino vs. Abumizaku. The Sasuke broke his arms during the first part of the second test, so he is wearing bandages around both arms. Now begin. You should forfeit, or you will be finished. Shino says. I only need one arm to beat you. Sokka pulls out one arm, he attacks Shino and he blocks. You can't defeat me with one arm. Shut up. Comes out of Sokka's hand and blows Shino away. Shino stands up and there are bugs on his face. And there are a lot of his bugs on the field. I am not going to write the chats they have during the fight, except for yours. The bugs attack Saku. He pulls out his other arm now and he tries to attack but his arms fall off. Shino's bugs had blocked the pipes in his arms, causing the pressure to destroy them. Shino punches him in the face and wins the match. Kakashi comes back. Hey! Don't just hey us! Sakura says but gets interrupted by Yora. How is Sasuke? Is he okay now? Yora asks worried. Don't worry, he is resting in a hospital right now. Yoru and Sakura sigh with relief. The next match is Sakura vs. Ino. The two girls go down to the fighting area and both put their headbands on their foreheads and fight for 5 minutes until they knock each other out and they both lose. Next match is Kankuro vs. Kiba. The two walk down to the area and fight. It was over quickly because Kankuro knocks him out with his puppets very quickly and almost killed him, earning him Yora's glare and Gaara's too after he sees her upset. Kankuro wins. Next match is Shikamaru vs. Kintsuchi. The two enter the area and they fight. Shikamaru joins their shadow, and she only laughs at him when he pulls out a kunai, and she has to do the same. They throw the kunai and both dodges, but Kin hits her head in the wall, knocking herself unconscious. Shikamaru wins. The next match is Tenten vs. Temari. The two enter the fighting area and begin. Tenten throws kunai at her but they all miss. Temari wins the match by attacking Tenten with her wind attack. The next match is Hinata vs. Niji. The two walk down and fight with their gentle fist. Niji goes to fair and almost kills Hinata but the fight I stopped. Naruto goes down and swears by Hinata's blood that he will defeat Niji. The next match is Lee vs. Gaara. Lee and Gaara enter the area and fight. Lee is blocked by Gaara's sand until he takes off his weights and gets a lot faster, then he hits Gaara. Lee opens the 5 of the inner gates and continues to attack Gaara. He throws Gaara to the ground but he is cushioned by his gourd. Gaara is about to crush Lee's arm and leg until they were completely unusable but Yora screams at Gaara not to hurt him badly. But he still breaks his arm and leg but they will be able to heal to their original condition now or back to the way they were before Gaara broke them. And the final match is Yora vs. Dosa Kinuta. The last person will get a pass and that is Naruto. Naruto wishes that he was fighting instead of Yora but she walks down to fight with Dosu. You should quit before I kill you, little girl. How about you quit before I snap your neck and kill you first, because I know what you did to my team and I am out for some revenge. Begin. Dosu attacks with his sound attack and Yora covers her ears. She glares at him then throws kunai as fast as she wants people to think she is. Dosu dodges them all and attacks her with a kunai knife she threw. I am tired of this, Yora says, and her team remembers what she did the last time she said that. She runs behind him with speed he didn't expect to see and he falls to the ground. Everyone looks at her shocked except for Gaara. I didn't kill him! She screams ticked off and walks away whining her match. All the winner, except for Sasuke, stand in front of the Hokage. I would like to start explain the main test now, the Hokage says. The finals will be 1 month from now. We aren't doing it right now, Naruto asks. This break will allow you to make preparations for the test. Preparations? Neji says. Now you can get to know your enemy and yourself. In these fights you had to fight without any knowledge of your opponents, and now you can calculate your chances of winning and try to find the weakness of your opponents. Also you can train yourself, and rest your bodies from all the fighting you have already done, the third says. Everyone leaves and returns to their homes. Dad, we are finally home! Naruto screams as the two siblings enter the house. I am going to crash on the couch, Naruto says. I will join you, Yora says, and the two head for the living room. When they look and they see a man with white spiky hair talking to Kyuubi. Welcome home you two, Kyuubi says. This is our guest Jiraiya. Tell me what you think and review. I love to see them and they make me want to write more to the story. I will update tomorrow, hopefully. Also for Pence I am updating in the morning. Smiley face. Chapter 13 Chapter 12 I don't own Naruto, just this plot. Nice to meet you, Yora says, smiling weakly. Hi, Naruto says. Naruto and Yora both sit on the couch looking at Jiraiya and their dad. So how did the exams go? Both of you pass? Kyuubi asks, and they both nod. So why did you two meet? Yora asks, more interested. What do you mean? Kyuubi asks, confused, and Jiraiya looks equally confused. Well, you never bring girl guest over and now we see Jiraiya a male guest. Yora tries to imply something without saying. Yoro! Naruto and Kyuubi scream at her. I kid, anyway, if you did do that then you would get someone cuter and less into naked women, Yora says, staring daggers at Jiraiya. So when did you get in town, Jiraiya? Naruto asks before something else starts. I came back from my research, Jiraiya says, and stares at Yora creepily, and she backs down and nudges closer to Naruto. What kind of research? Naruto asks. Jiraiya, don't answer that, Kyuubi says, not wanting to destroy what little innocence they have left. For my novel, Jiraiya says, not listening to Kyuubi. What kind of novels? Yora asks, and Naruto nods. This kind. He holds up an orange book with the words Ichich Paradise on it. You write porn? Yora screams. If I find you in my room or trying to peek at me, I will kill you, she warns the pervert. Porn? Naruto asks. Kyuubi never told Naruto or Yoro about porn. I borrowed Kakashi's book, Ichich Paradise, and read it, then returned it quickly, Yora says. Well, I have a fan in this room then, Jiraiya says, smirking. Would you like to help me with my research? His nose started to bleed a little. No! Yora screamed. I have my respect. Where did you find this pervert? I-town, Kyuubi says. Well, you two were taking the Chunin test. Kyuubi in town early that day. Flashback. Kyuubi looks at his shopping list again. I have everything for tonight dinner. When they see this, they will be surprised. He holds the 2 bags full of ingredients and walks past the bathhouse. He looks up and sees Jiraiya looking in at the girl's side. Don't tell me that that's Minato's teacher, a Sannin. He is a pervert. Now I am really glad I raised Naruto, or this guy would have done it instead. Kyuubi makes a shadow clone and it takes the groceries home. Hey! Sure, I am doing research, Jiraiya says, and returns to his peeking. Don't shimmy, you pervert. Kyuubi picks up a rock and throws it at the Sannin. Pervert on the bathhouse! Kyuubi screams. Girls scream and throw buckets at Jiraiya and he dodges all but one, and that one makes him fall into a bush. What did you do that for? Jiraiya asks, irritated that his research was interrupted. Hey, are you okay? Jiraiya looks at Kyuubi, who is about to fall over. What's going on? Why do I feel faint? Wait, did something happen to Naruto? Impossible. I will just have to suck it up, or this Sannin will not take me seriously. I am fine. He stands back up and says. I also don't think Sannin should act like perverts, Jiraiya, Kyuubi says, frowning. How do you know me? Wait, you must be one of my many fans, Jiraiya says, smirking. I bet you want a piece of the action or an autograph. I am Kyubiju, or more commonly known as Kyuubi in my fox form, he says, smiling back like the fox he is. You're the QB, Jiraiya says surprised. I thought. QB shushes him and says, the village doesn't know and I will explain everything at my house, let's go. QB walks away. But I still need to finish shopping. For who, your kids? Jiraiya says jokingly. Exactly, glad you understand. QB says smiling and continues to walk, and after Jiraiya recovers from shock he follows. You have kids? Yes, Naruto my 12-year-old son and Yora my 7-year-old daughter. He turns back to the fruit vendor. 4 apples and a watermelon please. He pays for the food and they continue walking. You mean you raised Naruto? And who is Yoru? Is she actually related to you? Yes, Minato left me to raise his son and like I said she is my daughter. But Naruto found her on the streets so I adopted her as his little sister and as far as I know, no she is not actually related to me, but she could be but I real don't care. QB says then buys some ramen and milk. How? I assume you mean how I am in a human form. Minato did something with the seal and I just go used to it and started this family, a new life, and a clean slate. The two walk to QB's house and enter. I still don't understand, why you? Well, it was either me or let the boy grows up alone and full of hate for the people who shun him, call him names, and try to kill him for reasons he is unaware of. QB puts away the groceries and makes some green tea. He hands a cup to Jiraiya and they continue their talk in the living room. I am his godfather, Jiraiya says.